Morning, wherever you're watching from. That's my dog trying to get out of the house. Sit down, Charlie. Okay. I'm in Bendigo, Victoria. I'm a homeschool mum, and I love to just to show you what I cook every day using my Thermomix, saving me lots of money throughout the year. I do have a savings calculator, which I'll pop into the description in this video. So you can actually see how much you can save when you have a Thermomix. So just for swapping out things and making them yourself, such as yogurt, bread, and mayonnaise. All right, so starting with this recipe on Cookie Dough, which I've searched up. It's cooked mayonnaise. Start. It says to weigh in your cooking oil, which I've already done into my lovely oil jug. Next. Okay, crack 2 eggs in a bowl, which I've done here. Bit of salt and white vinegar. A teaspoon of salt, if you like. Teaspoon of salt is probably 3 grams, maybe, roughly. Now, if you wanted to weigh it instead of using that, you can hit your scales. And let's see how much that weighs. Oh, 5 grams. There you go. 5 grams of salt. White vinegar, 30 grams. You can use apple cider vinegar or white vinegar. Okay. 30 grams of that. Should tick itself off. How lovely is that feature in the Thermomix? I love that. The TM7. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Let me hear myself. At 100 degrees. Now that's actually going to just heat up the vinegar and dissolve the salt. So then we can add the eggs and the oil, and we'll just emulsify that oil with the eggs, and we'll have a beautiful creamy mayonnaise. Now you can actually flavour your mayonnaise if you like. You can put, I like to put a bit of garlic powder in mine, just to make it a slight aioli flavour. You can put some chili in it, whatever you like to tweak it to your liking and your family. A little bit of mustard, Dijon mustard or whole grain mustard is really good as well. Cookie Dough is an absolute game changer with Thermomix. Let me see if I can share my screen here. And I shall find Cookie Dough. Okay. Sharing. We'll get into Cookie Dough here. All right, so in your lovely Cookie Dough, you can explore, you can weekly plan, you can add to a shopping list, which of course you can copy and paste and share and send that to hubby. If he's going to the shop, you can send that shopping list. I'll show you what the shopping list does look like. So I've got 7 recipes in this shopping list: chunky bolognese, Ferrero Shares, ginger elixir, bechamel sauce, cheese dumplings, chicken soup, and chocolate flourless almond cake. What a mixture. Okay, so that's all by the recipes. It looks nice and long. Now, if you click category, it rounds all those ingredients up into basically the aisles. You'll find them in the supermarket. So it's nice and easy for you, and how much you need of each particular ingredient. So if, for example, I was doing this for my weekly shop, I would go through what I've got in the cupboard and tick off what I don't need. Definitely don't need baking powder, cocoa powder, or sugar. I'm running low on almonds, so leave that there. I've got the liqueur. Don't need to buy water. So this is like HelloFresh but even better because you're not ordering ingredients that you don't need. Okay, they send you everything in Hello Fresh. Do you need rice? No, you've got it. Okay. Now, so I love that. And then, so you can go through that. And then, of course, at the bottom, if you wanted to add something there, you could come down and just add here additional items, toilet paper. Okay, so imagine that you can do your weekly planning with Cookie Doo, saving you heaps, heaps and heaps and heaps. So every single recipe has a shopping list that you can look at when you're at the shops or whatever. If you want to cook something tonight, you can share it and print it. All right, let's stop my share here, back to my live. Now, back to the mayonnaise. Okay, we've got, meanwhile, follow the next step. We've got 30 seconds mixing, add the reserved eggs through the hole in the lid. You can take your cap off here, add the eggs in this little hole, and they will just drop through nicely. Okay. It is, they do poke through with the TM6 nicely. You may need to just pop the yolk so they bounce into the base. Okay, that's done. Now we're 130 at speed 6. This always takes me longer than 1:30. So I do like to adjust the time so I'm not in a rush. Okay, so I've just made it for 2.5 minutes. That will continue mixing and emulsifying for 2.5 minutes while I drizzle the oil in. Now you want to do this nice and slow or it will not emulsify. Now I'm actually dropping it into the lid, the dip in the lid here, and then it is draining through those little holes, right, as you see. So making it a really nice, slow process for that oil to really emulsify. If you wanted to add a little bit of garlic, definitely add some garlic powder as well. Probably about a teaspoon. You can use fresh garlic, of course, but it's going to have a bit of a bite if you use fresh garlic. Oven roasted garlic is definitely better. And you want to just mince that first before you add your vinegar and your salt. Okay, so we've got 30 seconds left. Right, so go back to the time here and adjust it. If I know I need more time, I'll add another minute. All right. I think that is right. Very slowly pour reserve oil in, which we just did. Now we want to have a look and see how that looks. Okay. Oh, that's really good. Absolutely lovely. You like a herby mayo, you can put some herbs in that. A bit of cumin, be nice. Koopy mayo, you can add a sweetener. A bit of honey in it is lovely. But that is a gorgeous, thick, creamy mayonnaise. Absolutely gorgeous. Now we just want to pop that into my dish without it going everywhere. That's not really ideal. I did like the TM6 lid because it did sit nicely on top like that for this particular jar. So it served as a nice funnel and I could get it in there. I mean, mostly I get it in. Saves those little drips down the side. There we go. Beautiful jar of homemade cooked mayonnaise. Lovely. What are you going to make? Like and subscribe. Love the support. And if you'd like to get yourself a Thermomix, here's my link. Happy Thermomixing. Oh my God, I didn't record that. No, I did. So funny.